EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Washington Commanders. Set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. Able to slither by. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Right to the air is Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Cross-Barrett. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And the Washington
Let's go now.
Daniels looking to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. And here's Daniel Wheelan on now to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
going to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now they'll audible to something else. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be backed up a bit here after the free kick as they start out 1st and 10. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Now 2nd and 3.
24-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
They go play action. Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call. but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Play action, now it's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
For a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. To the right side and caught by center. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Commanders first down.
Let's go now.
Here's Daniels. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane, 36 yards. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
To throw is Daniels. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Come on. Ready?
To the air goes Daniels. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Rattler.
Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And a loose football. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's the tight end center. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Daniels. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and that will keep this a 12-point game. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And he went backwards. They'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Off the play fake, Daniels. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Krusky Merritt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now they'll change things up. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Bills are going to recover. A second-quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sam Laporta, 29 yards. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
60
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
But I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a toss left side for Kwiatkowski Moore. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces.
And now here's another interception. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And complete right side to Cook. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And some room to run now. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before you enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, make get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No.